stream, Grandmaster Tactics Training. I will study tactics in this stream, and I would like to invite you to participate in it. So if you have any questions or ideas, please write into the chat or leave a comment. I will solve tactics from the book The Woodpecker Method by Alex Smith and Hans Tikkanen. They are both grandmasters. They are suggesting a method which is similar to what a woodpecker makes. When the woodpecker wants to make a hole, then he will hit it so many times, very little hits, but steadily long term, and then in the end there will be a hole. So the same idea with tactics, to solve the tactics many times, the same tactics actually 7 times, to make sure it will be in your subconsciousness mind, so you will remember. The idea is to try to solve a certain number of tactics, how much you can, in 4 weeks, and then the same tactics, so maybe, example, you solve like 100 puzzles in 4 weeks, and then in the next 2 weeks, you want to solve again the 100 puzzles, but that means you will need to increase your speed. And then in the 3rd time, you would try to make the 100 puzzles in 1 week, the 4th time like in maybe 4 days, the 5th time in 2 days, the 6th time in 1 day. So you make it quicker and quicker. And this is the 5th session of this method. In the first 4 sessions I solved 113 puzzles, so this is the next one which I will start now, is number 114. So let's look at the first puzzle today, White to move. If you are watching this as a video, I suggest you to pause the video here. Actually, before each puzzle, pause the video, try to solve it, and then click run. So you will look how I try to solve it, what ideas maybe I can discuss about the puzzle. That will be, I think, the most beneficial about studying and training perspective. So let's look what's happening here. First, I think good idea to look about the king position, also if there are any hanging pieces, any pieces which are blocked. Yeah, you can just say moves in the chat, and you can also leave a comment. Actually, one more information. I am International Master Attila Turzo from Hungary, and I decided to go for the Grandmaster title, so I would like to be a Grandmaster, and this is part of my own training actually to do these puzzles. I decided to stream all my sessions, all my coaching sessions, so if you would like to look and be part of the community and help to be a Grandmaster and along the way improve yourself also, then please join the streams, and you can join also the Turzo Chess Academy. It's also a club on chess.com which you can join, and also you can study with me. Actually, I'm a full-time professional chess coach, so if you like to study with me, just send me a message on chess.com or on Twitch. So let's look what's going on here. King, so white to the black king's position looks okay. Undefended pieces. A piece is undefended, like the c6 knight is undefended, when nobody attacks it and nobody defends. That's an undefended piece. But kind of like a new definition, but what I figured out works most of the time. Also, a piece is undefended. It's attacked and defended the same number of times. For example, the e6 pawn defended 2 times by the queen and by the knight, but also attacked 2 times by the 2 white knights. So those are critical, actually, the e6 and also the c6 knights. The situation is, I think, critical. I think good to start with checks and captures. There is no check, but let's look, there are captures. Let's look first if we capture on the critical square. So if capturing with the knight, one of the knights, he should capture back with the c7 knight, and then bishop takes d5. Looks like that's a double attack actually. Well, that looks good because this knight is hanging. It can be defended. Well, if they both want to defend each other, then knight d8, but then the rook is hanging on a8. So I think this looks good. Capturing. Captures back. Bishop takes d5. This is hanging. If it's protected, then taking the rook. It looks like this is working. You have any other suggestions? Or you agree with this solution? Yeah, I think this should be good. So let's look again. So capturing the undefended pawn and then make a double attack with the bishop. They can defend each other, but then the knight blocks the defense of the other rook, so then this wins. Okay. This is nice. Let's go for the next one. White to move again. So what do you recognize? I just recognized here a checkmate actually very quickly, because what I recognized, so white to move, yeah, this is number 115. The black king is lonely there, and the g8 square looks like really critical, nearly like a checkmate. What do you think? How can white take advantage of this situation? Yeah, white actually sacrificed the queen to gain time for a double attack. Only move is king h8 and then rook g8 gives the checkmate. So let's go back. It's forced the king to capture, so it's forced into the ideal square where I can give the check, so it's now winning time again for white, and then join the rook for the attack. And it's a checkmate. Okay, let's go for the next one. So this is 116. White to move. And this is a nice little tactics to win material. But you can recognize there is a knight, and also these pieces are in the formation of a knight move. You should start with all the checks and captures, and then I think you will also find a solution. So white to move. So the solution is, let's look, this is a check. It's forcing the king to capture, and then knight takes f7, makes the fork to win back the queen. So first sacrifice the queen, but then look on the rook and the queen for it, so that's an extra rook out of this business. So check, captures, knight f7, recaptures. Okay, let's go for the next one. White to move again. Puzzle number 117. So what do you recognize? Actually, black has an extra exchange. Also the white king looks quite shaky. But around the black king also the queen is ready to go close. There are two knights and the rook also looking for that direction. So maybe there is something good for white. So, any ideas? So what I first think about the checks and captures, rook takes g7, check. Rook takes g7 and then look again, the checks. Well, knight f6, that looks like that's a checkmate, because the king has no square to go out, also those squares are controlled, so probably this is the solution. Capture, black should take, and then should give up the f6 square, and the knight comes, and this is a checkmate. Okay, wonderful. Let's go for the next one. Next one is 118. And black to move. A little change. Yeah, a few words about me, if you are new to this chat. I am Attila Turzo, an international chess master from Hungary. I live very close to the capital of Budapest, in a little village called Sojmár. It's kind of like a suburb of Budapest. It's in the hills. It's a very nice place. I started to play when I was 6 years old, and as a junior I became Hungarian junior champion and became an international chess master at the age of 18. Soon after that I became a professional chess coach, and I was teaching students from all around the world in the last 21 years. I was one of the first online chess coaches. I started to teach online in 2001, 17 years ago. I'm happy to teach players from all levels, from beginners to masters. I am currently also teaching absolute beginners and also national masters. My best student was Axel Bachmann, who became a top 100 Grandmaster and the national champion of Paraguay with an ALA rating over 2,600. And I am currently available for lessons. I am accepting new students, so feel free to send me a message if you would like to study with me. So black to move, I think actually, again, you should look for the king's position. And it looks like you start with the checks, check, capture, and knight f2. Coming, that's a checkmate. Because the king has no escape square, blocked, plus the rook controls the g2 square. Okay, let's go for the next one. Actually, these puzzles are relatively easy. This is just the beginning of the tactics training, so I use this to warm up for the stronger ones. Probably a few hundreds relatively easy will be, and then will come the harder ones. But I played very little tournament chess in the last 20 years, so I think I want to build up my calculation skills from the very basics to go to the Grandmaster level. So the next one is 119, white to move. So what do you think? What is the solution here? There are no really undefended pieces in. Yeah, this is an undefended piece. It's attacked 2 times and protected 2 times. What else? Yeah, this king position is a little bit, can be a little bit shaky, but it looks still okay. So I would look for captures. Capture, bishop captures back. Capture, that looks good for black. Wow. I think I just got an idea. Yeah, this really, it's in a little trouble. Rook takes d4, you need to probably capture back, then rook takes e5 check, that's only here, and then it's a checkmate with the pawn, one of the pawns. Wow, this is wonderful. Okay, so let's take a look on this capture. Yeah, actually, of course, black can play maybe like g6 to escape, or king e6, and then white is up a piece. Probably that's the best for black, because if he captures, then it takes e5, king g4, and then you can decide to give a checkmate with h3, with f3, or with h3. Wow, beautiful. Let's go for the next one. So white to move. what would you do here with white? First, I did always check the opponent's king position, which looks relatively okay. Yeah, the back rank may be a little bit trouble. Looks like a critical square. It's attacked 2 times, protected 2 times. Because if the white queen could go there and back, queen f8, that would be maybe like some moments it would be a back rank checkmate. So then if the checks are not working right now, then we need to start to look at the captures. What if rook takes e4? If you queen captures, then queen f7, king h8, queen f8 captures, and the rook captures on f8, and that's a checkmate. That looks a good idea, taking. Probably he will not take it. Plays maybe queen d5. Go over f7. Yeah, we want a pawn, so that can be one thing, one idea. Actually I think there is much simpler these things than what I was thinking, or maybe not. You know, they are both undefended. My next idea was this move, queen d2. Maybe just to attack both of them. But then knight b3 may come. Okay, so this is not that easy. That's interesting. Yeah, so this capture, it wins a pawn, but maybe not much more. What if capturing the bishop? Yeah, the queen captures back. Did we gain anything from that? Then possibly the check goes out. Oh, okay. Wow, so maybe capture, and yeah, I need to keep this diagonal. What if maybe queen b3 then? Interesting. It's what to do here? Yeah, the queen has not actually. Yeah, not many squares. Because yeah, if this one, then this looks like a nice idea. Rook e5. If he captures, then it's a checkmate. If not, then it takes the knight, and then if he takes back from. And yeah, actually he cannot move the queen and save the knight. So queen d5 is not working. The question: what if queen b3? Queen b3. Yeah, this looks. Queen b3, rook takes e4, queen b3. Of course, good to look again. All the checks like queen f7 is not really doing much after rook e4. Rook e4, queen b3. This check is really not doing much. So no checks. Maybe then actually. Queen d2. The problem is this is coming back. Yeah, if you have any ideas, then please write into the chat or as a comment. Looks like this is a challenging one. This looks like a challenging one. Rook e4, queen b3. I need to be kind of aggressive. So white need to be, because it's waiting too much, then probably black has a way to save everything. Yeah, this thing we talked about, I think this was one of first I did to 4, but then knight b3 attacks the queen and the rook. Queen need to move and then capturing the rook. Rook takes e4, queen b3, and then one idea is to take here, queen b3, and then maybe attack, continue to attack the rook some way, maybe like rook e3 example. Then queen goes back to c4. c4. Yeah, rook is off. Yeah, maybe the puzzle is just winning the pawn. That can be also happening here. Yeah, let me check the solution, I think. Interesting, yeah. In the solution they just write that rook takes e4, queen takes, yeah, the checkmate, which we I think found, and this is okay, it's clear, but I think black can play better. Yeah, this is the challenging things with books sometimes, when they did not write all the good moves probably. Yeah, looks like it's, I'm just checking this, so yeah, rook e7, yeah, and then bishop b2 is coming. So sometimes not a very direct way to win, but just, you know, maybe 2 more moves and then it will be direct. So we found the solution, rook takes e4, and this queen, then it's a checkmate. Queen g6, this was in the game, which later, like, black lost in 28 moves. Yeah, they say in the solution then this is hopeless for black because he lost his only trump, the passed e-pawn. So probably rook e7 would come. Probably this will come, and then this will be still yeah, extra, so exchange advantage plus attacking position. Okay, let's go for the next one. Black to move. Yeah, it's a strange opening. It looks like a Dutch defense reverse, like the bird opening, or starting with maybe first f4, or the Larsen opening, white play maybe first b3. So what do you recognize? Black to move. Like the e3 is hanging. Yeah, that's one of, I think, the first which I would recognize. This is hanging. Also, the bishop is hanging. Wow, and this actually just immediately gives the solution. The bishop is hanging. b2. So this is number 121. Black to move. So d3 is the way to play, I think, here, because it's a double attack. Attacks both bishops. If white captures the d3 pawn, then black just misses the bishop on b2. If he captures the bishop instead, then bishop takes g7, then d takes e2. It's a double attack, so white need to capture the pawn, and black captures the bishop on g7, and black is up a piece. Okay, so this is the solution. So black plays d3 to make a double attack on the bishops. If this, then just win the bishop. The bishop capture, then it's a very strong intermediate move from black, so before recapturing the bishop, he captures one more piece. Okay, wonderful. Let's go for the next one. Black to move again. Well, the white king looks like in a really shaky position. And that actually looks like, yeah, black can give a checkmate in 2 moves. So black to move and gives the checkmate in 2 moves. So how do you give a checkmate in 2 moves? Black to move. Yeah, black plays rook f1, it's a check, white is forced to capture it because no square for the king. Captures, and this means time for the black queen to join the party and give the checkmate on e1. So rook f1, check, king takes f1, queen e1, checkmate. Let's go for the next one. White to move. Wow, this looks really strange position. The white king is in the middle. Yeah, white has an extra piece. It looks like a little bit like a French defense, like it could be like out of a French defense when these double pawns, pawn on e5. Wow, this is really shaky. White to move. Yeah, I would put my bet on black actually in this position. Normally that's my guess to. Wow, I think actually I found an interesting counter because it looks like it's white is in really big trouble. King is in the middle, all pieces are undeveloped, only the queen is out. Yeah, but there is a move. But you can recognize like this queen is the only active piece, and the black king would be like checkmate if the queen could go to a8. So you should start to look for checks, no checks, captures. Of course, yeah, the captures are not really good, and attacking moves. And then I think we realize bishop a6 looks like a good idea because if you capture, it actually spins the bishop, so there is no more bishop takes f3. This is the threat of black from black. If he captures, then it's a really kind of comic situation because white developed only one piece, and that gave the checkmate for the active black army because the king is in an unfortunate position. If it would be on b8, then it would be no real counterplay. Yeah, of course black should not take, but black should play something like probably like c6 or c5. But then, yeah, probably c6 is better to avoid the exchange of queens. Then capture, and yeah, and white is up a piece actually. Even his king looks like a little bit in a shaky situation, but hopefully can solve that. Take, maybe just move the bishop to f4 and it's try to block everything. But yeah, it's hard to attack. So everything covered. Probably the extra piece would be enough for winning the game. So bishop a6 is the key move. It was 123, number 123 from the book Woodpecker Method. Let's go for the next one. White to move. So what do you recognize here? What do I recognize here? I recognize white as a wonderful knight on c5, equal number of pawns we have. Oh wow, I just recognize there is a way to win a pawn actually, which is in the endgame, just one pawn can be decisive. Right? Sometimes that's enough to win the game or maybe keep the draw. So look, all the checks, captured, there are probably no good checks. Knight b7 is not good, knight e4 not good. Captures, rook takes b5, recaptures, not good. Capturing this pawn looks good, but bishop takes, then rook b6 check, moves. So winning a pawn in the business. King to move, and white is up a pawn. Probably this is still a chance for the draw. But white is better and white tries to play for the victory. So knight takes a6, bishop takes a6, rook b6, double attack, winning back the piece with an extra pawn. Okay, wonderful. Let's go for the next one. white to move again. So what do I recognize here? First I recognize the undefended pieces. There are so many undefended pieces actually. Yeah, okay, well, in the white camp also there are like 2 undefended pieces. My first thought would be just very simply to sacrifice the rook. So sacrifice the exchange and then take the knight. But then, yeah, white has 2 knights for the rook, which is kind of good in the endgame. Especially then the c5 square will be available for future advance. So that's my first thought. Let's look if there is anything else. Yeah, there are no other checks, not really other captures. If capture, then captures the rook. This looks not really good to capture, then just capturing. Okay, I think this should be the solution. So take here, and then there are two knights. Plus, because the bishops are opposite colored, who is more aggressive, more attacker, has kind of like an advantage, and probably white will be, I think, the better, because this bishop is kind of blocked by his own pawn. So in the dark squares, white can build up, I think, some good attacking situations. Okay, let's go for the next one. Black to move. This is puzzle number 126. Black to move. Wow, this looks like a kind of simple puzzle now. But I just recognize the formation, how the queen and the king is situated. It's just an idea for a knight fork on e3. So I think that's just the solution, black to move, so capturing the knight, need to be recaptured, and then this check means the queen back with the extra piece. So queen takes knight, take back, knight e3, double attack, and this wins for black. Wonderful. So let's go for the next one. White to move. First, recognize this king looks like in a really shaky position. The h5 is also open. This knight controls the important squares around the king. I'm starting the checks. Queen h6 check. King takes h6, rook h1, checkmate. Wow, that looks cool. Good. So queen h6, king g8, then queen takes g6. If rook g7, then queen takes g7, checkmate. If king h8, then again the rook comes. And when this rook interposes, then it's a checkmate. Wonderful. So queen h6 check. This looks cool. Check, captures, then it's a checkmate with the rook. King g8, then queen takes g6 check. If the rook interposes, then it's a checkmate on g7. King h8, then rook h1 check. Rook need to come, and then it gives the checkmate on h7. Or queen takes h7 is also a checkmate. If you'd like to add me as a friend on chess.com, feel free to do it, so we can get notifications about each other's activity. Or you can also add me as a friend on Twitch, and I will actually upload these videos to my YouTube channel, so if you want to get notifications when it comes a new video, just subscribe to my YouTube channel then. Okay, let's go for the next one. The next one is 128. Black to move. Wow, again it looks like very close to a checkmating situation. Yeah, this king is a little bit lonely. Yeah, the bishop and the rook is protecting, but the queen and the other rook is kind of far away. Interesting, look how easy this is. Yeah, I will start with the captures. So what would you do? Capture, let's first start with the captures. Queen takes g1, king takes g1, rook takes g2. Yeah, that gives probably a perpetual check, because then no matter where the king goes, the rook just follows, and that would be a draw. The next idea is to rook takes g2. Oh, wow, but queen e7 looks just too strong. So if you don't give a check, then maybe he can generate counterplay. So what you can recognize, like this checkmate on h2. So if this bishop would move, then rook h2 would be a checkmate. Ah, I think here comes the solution. Here comes the solution. Yeah, just need to calculate longer and further, not stop after a few checks. Yeah, so capture. Yeah, this is the one. Capture. King captures check. Checks of forcing further, and then bishop b5. This is a key move which I missed. Bishop b5 check. No matter if the king comes close, then it's just captures. And here, the checkmate comes from the back rank. So yeah, so the bishop forcing away from the defense of the g1 and g2 squares. Okay, yeah, this looks good. Because if he goes this direction, that's the same thing. Check to move, and then it's a checkmate comes on g1. Okay, wonderful. So look for sacrifices and then look further, maybe a few moves further, when you can give many checks. Maybe, and try to put everybody in the fight. So join all of your pieces in the fight. Let's go for the next one. White to move. Okay, so what to do here with white? What I immediately recognized, white has an exchange up, because this bishop is kind of limited. I was thinking about f5. That would be my first thought, and probably that's simple. f5, bishop takes f5, rook e7, and the queen should move, and then the f5 bishop will fall. Yeah, it's kind of the available squares are limited for the black pieces. Okay, let's try it. Yeah, he has no other move than I think capturing. Rook e7 attacking the queen. Yeah, there are probably no counterattacks. If he moves, then captures. If maybe this is maybe the best option for black to take. But now white has a queen for just two pieces, which is a big material advantage, I think, for white. And if the queen moves, then bishop takes f5, and now white is an extra rook. Okay, let's go for the next one. So, 130. White to move again. Wow. Just the black king looks like in a shaky situation. The bishop and the queen and the pawn is there. Wow, but at the same time the white king is also in a little bit in a shaky situation because of the long diagonal. So what can white do here? First, it's good to look again for the checks and captures. I will start with bishop takes g6 check because that looks just cool. If the king moves, the queen takes d8 check. Rook g8, queen f6, rook g7, queen f8, rook g8, queen h6 checkmate. Wow, that's pretty. What if he captures on g6 then rook e7 check is coming, king g8, queen takes g6 and then queen g7 checkmate. Oh, this looks cool. So rook takes g6. Moves, then captures, g8 check, d7 check. Oh, this is nice. So many moves with the queen, but slowly but steadily coming closer and then giving the checkmate. If he captures, then the other rook comes in. Rook g7, that's just captures, and this gives the checkmate. With king g8, then no matter. Queen takes g6, the queen need to move somewhere. f8 or g8, but still queen g7 checkmate. Okay, let's go back. Yes, so bishop takes g6 is winning. Let's look at the next puzzle. Black to move. What do you recognize here? The white king is a little bit lonely, but not many black pieces around him. Yeah, the rook on the h5, which is there. But there are undefended pieces, like this knight is undefended because it's attacked and defended the same number of times. c3 pawn is also attacked and defended the same number of times, so that's kind of also undefended. Yeah, those are kind of passive. Yeah, maybe I would think about actually capturing here. It takes h1 because then the queen will not defend the bishop, and then knight takes d4. It will really hang because after the recapture, queen takes d2. So black would have two pieces for the rook, which is kind of in a block position. Good. I think the pieces can be better than the rook in a block position. Let's take a look. Rook takes h1. What if he captures here? Intermediate move, then we capture the queen, Oh, and yeah, black has an extra rook. This is just good for black. So white is forced to take the rook. And then knight takes d4. Captures, then queen takes d2. Attacking both pawns, and there will probably pass pawn for black sooner or later to winning one of the pawns. Looks like there is an extra pawn on the b5. Okay, this looks nice. So rook takes h1. It was puzzle number 131. Let's go for the next one. Black to move, wow. Looks like white has 2 extra pawns. So here probably the goal is the draw. Because white has 2 extra pawns. So maybe like a stalemate can be a good idea to reach. Probably queen takes h6 looks good here, because if king takes h6, that's a stalemate. The black king has no square to move. If the king moves, then there is now only 1 extra pawn, plus this pawn is kind of blocked by the king, so probably that should be a draw. I think this should be the solution. Yeah, and can just give f in the checks. This will be a draw, because if the pawn goes forward, the black king is just there to stop it. Which only need to be aware for black to keep the queens on the board, or only exchange when sure the opponent game is a draw. But like queen g7 would be not a good idea. But take, and then white would winning. He has opposition and reaching the 6th rank. Then pushing the pawn would win. So black need to keep the queens on the board, only exchange when it's 100% sure it's a draw. Okay, let's go for the next one. Black to move. What would you do here? What would I do with black? And black has an extra pawn. Kings are on the opposite side, so that looks a shaky situation. I recognize also this motif of this knight fork. Starting with the checks, so knight f3 check, he captures, yeah, that looks okay for white. What if knight d3 check, then the pawn captures black? It looks also good, so the checks are really not good. Captures, let's look what. F take g3 looks kind of bad, because then the g5 would be hanging. Queen takes h4, g takes h4, also looks good for white. Bishop takes e2. If queen takes c2, then f3 looks good. So double attack. But also knight can take actually on e2 after bishop takes e2. And I don't look if there is something special. Bishop takes a2, knight takes a2. Knight b3, that would win the queen, so that looks like kind of like a good idea for a moment. Yeah, but what if he is not taking on a2? He's not taking with the knight. Yes, still knight b3 is a threat. Yeah, actually that, I like that. Let's look if there is something else. If, yeah, this pawn cannot move. So maybe that's it. Yeah, I just checked the solution. Yeah, it's like they just give this idea, taking, and then it's a check. Of course, white will not take it, but then black is up 2 pawns. Let's go for the next one. White to move. Ah, yeah, this is a nice little idea. Start with checks, and I look, this check looks really strong. Queen need to take, and then queen takes c3, and actually it will be a checkmate. It's forced to take, queen takes c3. Queen need to interpose, capturing leads to a checkmate. This is puzzle number 134. Yeah, and black has nothing to do other way when white wins the queen. Okay, this looks good. Let's go for the next one. Black to move. So it's equal number of pawns. D5 pawn can be strong or weak. Now it looks more likely it's a weak pawn. Let's attack 2 times. Knight is pinned. So what would black do? What I recognize, this bishop is undefended. Also this knight is kind of challengeable. I would probably think about knight takes d5, because that's a fork. And if rook takes f7, then bishop takes d4 check, and the knight takes b4. So black gains 2 pieces and the pawn for the rook, which is much more than enough. Yeah, so black to move here. Puzzle number 135. Knight takes d5. It's a fork. Black should take here. So white should take on f7 with the rook, then bishop to d4 check. Knight takes b4, and black has 2 pieces plus a pawn against the rook, which is more than enough. Probably black is winning here. And knight e6, they said this is also a possibility. And just capturing then. But if he captures here, yeah, black has still an extra pawn with a good position. Yeah, this is the solution. Let's go for the next one. Black to move. Again, the black player with the black pieces is better. Yeah, if you are solving the puzzles from the opponent's point of view, like here is black to move, that can really help you to practice blunder check, something like you play with white, and always you need to check if the opponent has something, a good combination after your move. So this kind of exercises train you for that, to make the blunder check. Yeah, this looks quite simple actually. The white queen is undefended. So if we look at all the checks, bishop takes h2, king takes h2, and the queen takes d3, wins the queen. Yeah, so this discovered attack is really powerful. Bishop takes h2, discovered attack. It's kind of like a double attack, because then the bishop attacks the king and the queen attacks the queen. So let's go for the next one. Black to move again. That's an interesting situation. Yeah, black has a nice knight on f4. Black and white has an attack with the c5 pawn. So probably the white's bishop is better than the black's bishop. Ah, okay, yeah, because of this knight, yeah, that's the key, I think. This is the key. To check, but if the check, then it would be a wonderful check, but the rook takes it. So first probably can eliminate the rook. The queen takes e4, sacrifice, check. And even if he captures back, now black is up and exchange. Okay, nice one. Let's go for the next one. So white to move now. Wow, this looks actually quite dangerous for white because the c3 pawn is, so the c3 knight is hanging, and also the queen is hanging. So if the queen just moves, then bishop takes c3 looks like winning a piece. The knight is already pinned. So what can white do here? Yeah, the black king looks like kind of like in a shaky position. Both kings looks like in a challenging. At least, yeah, this king is not really in a shaky position, but looks like it's losing the. But actually it's equal number of. So white has an extra piece. So even if black wins back the piece, then it's white is still very happy. Yeah, there is no check. Yeah, there's one. Okay, there is one check actually. It's good to recognize that there is one check. Bishop takes f7, rook takes f7. Yeah, and I don't look if there is any follow-up. So checks are probably not really good. But the bishop takes g7. He captures the queen. That looks like a challenge. Wow. And then f6. Wow. f6 is returning checkmate. This is cool. So, if the king captures back, then queen d4 check. That saves the queen. Wow. This is beautiful. Oh yeah, this is the solution. Bishop takes g7. If captures the queen, then f6. Look, and there is no way to save the checkmate on h8. Yeah, this is nice. This is, I think, a really nice way to go for the checkmate or solve the problem of the pin. So probably black need to recapture and then queen d4 saves the queen, and with the extra piece white will win easily, I think. Of course, you can also capture like this. Both would be winning. So bishop takes g7, and this is the cool idea, f6. And no matter if captured, then it's a checkmate. Beautiful. Few words about me if you are new to the stream. I am Attila Turzo, an international chess master from Hungary. I started to play chess when I was 6 years old. I will be 30 years old in 1 month. I was Hungarian junior champion and I became an international chess master at the age of 18. Soon I became a professional chess coach and I was teaching students from all around the world in the last 21 years. I was also one of the first online chess coaches. I started to teach in 2001, 17 years ago. I am happy to teach players of all levels, from beginners to master. Currently I also have students who are really very just in the beginning. They are just after studying the moves, but also I am teaching national masters. My best student was Axel Bachmann, who became a top 100 grandmaster in the world and national champion of Paraguay and got an AL rating over 2,600. And I am available for lessons, and this stream is part of my coaching sessions. I decided to go for the Grandmaster title. I would like to be a Grandmaster, International Chess Grandmaster, and I started to prepare for the tournaments, and I decided to stream all of my preparation. So this is part of my preparation, studying tactics and using the book called The Woodpecker Method. A few words about the method. It has the idea you need to study over and over one thing to put it to your subconsciousness and try to do it and know it automatically, use it in your games. So the idea is to use 4 weeks to study tactics, how much you can, as from the book. For example, you can maybe like 1,000 or just 100 puzzles. And then after the 4 weeks, you make a one day break, and then in 2 weeks you try to do the same number of puzzles. So half time you have the same number of puzzles, but probably you will remember a few. And then do it again. Always cut the time half after each cycle, until you reach, like in 1 day you solve all the puzzles. Okay, let's go for the next puzzle. The next puzzle is 139. Black to move. So what's going on here? Looks like black has an extra piece for 2 pawns. Plus the black king looks a little bit in danger, or not really danger, just with open the position, but probably that's not a big problem. So what's going on here? Black to move. First, you recognize the king position. Looks okay. It's relatively safe, but actually I think there's a nice move. Also, this bishop is undeveloped. I'm just looking for this knight moves, because then the bishop would be hanging, and I recognize maybe to take on e3 can be an idea, and I think this is good because it's certainly in checkmate. So it's kind of forced to take the knight, and then black takes the bishop. So with this business, won a pawn, and also exchanged pieces. So going closer to an endgame where probably the extra piece would be easy to convert the advantage to a victory. Okay, yeah, this looks good. Probably this is the solution. Knight takes e3, queen takes e3, bishop c4. Yeah, of course, if wants to move the bishop and we capture, then this would be a checkmate. Okay, so let's go for the next one. $140. White to move. What do you recognize? Yeah, interesting. The structure is very similar, familiar with maybe some of the Ruy Lopez, like the exchange variation of the Ruy Lopez, or the Berlin defense. But I recognize this knight is undefended on d4, so attack then defend the same number of times. Yeah, the queen is also looking for that direction. It's interesting. First, I will start with the checks. Knight f6 check, if he captures. Capturing with the pawn. Knight f3. Ah, no, the knight e2, wow, forking the queen and the knight, okay, wow, okay, well then maybe we can change the move order. Knight takes d4, rook takes d4, then knight f6 check. Yeah, that looks good, and then winning the rook for the knight, so white will have an extra exchange. Okay, wonderful. So yeah, this is the solution, I think. He has nothing else than capture, and then coming the check. Changing, yeah, and yeah, white is clearly better. Let's come puzzle number 141. White to move. So what do I recognize first? The queen and the rook is on the same file. That's what I recognize. Yeah, this pawn is pinned. This f6 knight is undefended. Yeah, the simplest thing would be something like try to use this pin, so maybe like bishop takes c5, bishop takes c5, b4 looks like a very straightforward way to go for winning the pawn. Maybe knight d7 there. Yeah, take, and queen c2 winning it. Probably bishop takes c5. Immediately b4 is not good because then c4. Actually, if you like the puzzles and would like to study that, I suggest you to order the book from Amazon. Or also, actually, you can use the puzzle on Chessable, chessable.com. They have also the electric version where you can practice them directly, so you don't need to read the book or set up on a board, but it's set up to your computer screen. Chessable.com. Or of course you can just get the book, put all the puzzles in the database, maybe in PGM format, and then you can display it. Yeah, d6 is an idea also, but I think actually bishop takes d6, and knight d5 is not really possible. Yeah, I would definitely take it. Take on c5, I think this is the right thing to do, and then b4. It's pinned, and then we are winning a pawn. Yeah, knight d7 looks like try to see, but this I cannot really recapture because queen c2, and it's because of the pin, losing the knight. Okay, wonderful. So yeah, when there is something pinned, you try to increase the pressure on it. And sometimes that's a way, like with b4, of course, a possibility, then you can move, but just you fix the target, yeah? If that's a bishop, not a pawn, then it's fixed, you cannot move forward. Okay, wonderful. Let's go for the next one. So black to move, this is puzzle number 142. Black to move. So what's going on here? White has an extra piece. Probably just captured on c6. This is hanging with the check. e2 is also hanging. Yeah, look first for the checks. Probably the check is not really good. The captures, this capture is not really good because the bishop is hanging with the check. Bishop d6, then look for the attacking moves, and this, yeah, capturing, another idea is capturing the knight. The captures, knight captures h3, and then still this is hanging. Probably bishop d6 looks good because it's threatening checkmate, and if it protects against the checkmate, maybe like g3 or h3, then comes bishop takes e2. Winning back the piece, but the rook is hanging and the knight is still hanging, so black will be up in exchange. Yeah, so here we are. This is definitely the solution. Protects, captures, and no matter, maybe you need to save the knight, then we take here to keep the advantage. So black is up in exchange. Let's look what happens if f4. Yeah, f4 may be a better idea to... It opens up for the rook. Let's capture here. If the knight moves, that's the same, but what if rook f2? Knight g4 looks like a nice idea here. It's attacking. Actually, it's also sitting in check, and then it's a checkmate. Probably f4 would also not save material. If h3, then knight takes f2. Oh, this wins even more. So bishop d6 is the move here. And this was now puzzle number 142. So let's go for the next one. White to move. Puzzle number 143. So what first recognize the h5, the rook is inside. The black king is a little bit lonely, yeah, the rook, the knight, it's kind of far away. Of course the position is quite close, so the bishops are not really good. I would. So let's start with checks and captures. Knight f5 check, bishop takes f5, and capture, and then he captures the rook, which looks not so good. Knight h5 check, it just captures the rook, and that's also looks quite bad. Captures, rook takes f6. If king takes f6, then the bishop takes c5 looks good to win the queen, but if queen takes f6, then knight h5 check. Wow, that's the solution, that's a fork, wonderful. This is the solution, capture here. King captures, then check. With the queen. If queen takes, then knight h5 check, and then takes the queen. Wow. So when everything looks like just together, then always look for sacrifices, try or break the wall, break the pawn wall which blocks the power of the pieces. Okay, let's go for the next one, which is 144. Black to move. Let's recognize first immediately the back rank issue. Equal number of equal material, but the white queen is a little bit far away. And this rook and queen is attacking here. Yeah, the bishop is kind of protecting, but it's not really active. Yeah, first look at all the checks and the captures. I think maybe I got it. Check. No, maybe queen d4 check actually. If rook f2, then it's a checkmate on e1, and if instead king h1, I think then queen f2, that's really a cool move. If rook takes f2, then rook e1 will go for a checkmate, and if the rook moves, then rook e1. If queen protects from b5, then still rook e1. Oh, that's it. Queen d4 check, rook f2, then rook e1 checkmate. Then queen f2, this is a cool move. Tries to protect, then it still wins. Certain checkmate here. If the dick changes, it's checkmate. If moves away, then it's actually the queen sacrifice I like more. That's a checkmate. If the queen protects, then rook e1. It's a double attack, he cannot do anything against this. We can do back rank checkmate problem. So queen d4, yeah, it's forcing the king away, and then this rook will be overloaded. Cannot protect also the f2 square and the back rank in the same time. Let's go for the next one. Black to move. So what do you think? Again, maybe the back rank can be an issue. And there is a strong knight on f4. So black has a bishop and a knight for the rook and the pawn, which is a little bit better for the two pieces. And there are no checks, probably no good captures. If g2 capture, then just recapture. a4 capture, then queen takes. Ah, nice. I think this looks really cool. Knight d3. Look, it's a fork. It's wonderful. It's a fork, so it's need to capture. Or if the queen moves, then capturing, and then it's black is up a bishop. And if it captures, then the back rank again. The back rank. Yeah, this is, yeah, it's cannot protect no matter where, everything will be captured. Okay, so let's go back. So knight d3 is beautiful. Let's go for the next puzzle. Black to move. So black to move. Again, looks like a weak king. Even the back rank looks kind of like shaky. So look for checks and captures in the beginning. Yeah, black is up in exchange, so it looks like but for £2, so it's not easy. It's probably for equal materially. Also, the blacking has some troubles. For example, like rook takes e3 is not good because queen f6, rook g7, queen f8, and that's a perpetual check on f8 and f6. Let's look for the checks. Actually, wow, this looks like a checkmate. Queen takes h2 because the king is cut off to the side of the board. So queen takes h2, king takes h2, rook h5. It's a checkmate. Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, this looks beautiful. Simple checkmate. This was puzzle number 146. Okay, let's go and look for the next one. White to move. So white to move. What's the situation here? Material is equal. There are undefended pieces. Undefended pieces are many times the base of combinations, or gives the possibility of combinations. The rooks are undefended. The e6 pawn is also undefended. The b5 pawn is also undefended by my definition, because my definition about undefended pieces is if a piece is attacked and defended the same number of times, that's also undefended. So not only when it's not defended and not attacked any times, but also if it's attacked and defended like 2 times, like here, that's also undefended. So what to do here? The king looks kind of like okay. Is there any capture? This rook takes f7, rook takes f7. That looks nothing special. Bishop takes b5, then here rook takes f3, even looks good. So let's look what's going on. Ah, look, rook g5, because yeah, and this is the same file. Knight protects, so if it captures. What if the... no, rook g... no, actually rook g5 is the move here. Because if rook takes f7, then queen takes f7, that prevents all the tricks. But rook g5 is the move. If knight takes g5, then rook takes g7, king takes g7, knight takes g5. Or if queen takes g5, knight takes g5. Knight takes g5, and there probably maybe e5. Just very strong. So black has only a rook and a knight for the queen, and in the very open position the queen is better than the rook and the knight. I think that's the solution. Yeah, this is it. Rook g5. This is clear. If the knight takes, then it's a check, and then winning the knight. So here queen and knight against two rooks, that's absolutely better. But also if takes. Yeah, and white has an... Wow, and even maybe this is very directly can continue this way to attack. I know rook f5. Rook f5 just works, but originally what I thought is this move, to open up for the queen. And then this pawn is strong or capturing there, so this should be winning for white. Okay, let's do one more puzzle. That will be 184. Black to move. Yeah, the white king is a little bit open. So, what to do here? Yeah, this is hanging actually. This is one double attacked. What is the material balance? Actually, it's equal material. The material is equal. The white king is kind of open. G4 bishop is undefended. F5 rook is undefended. C4 knight is also undefended. What can black do here? Let's first look at the checks. Wow, bishop b6 check. That looks like a super strong check actually. In the very beginning, those two bishops are just, wow, super strong. King f1. And even I would probably sacrifice the exchange rook. Sacrifice the rook. Rook takes. Then queen takes. And winning the bishop, that would be more than enough. Or at least it feels more than enough. But it's interesting also maybe immediately sacrificing the rook. And then just because this bishop b6 is so strong. Maybe knight a4 is so bishop b6 check. I would vote for that one. Bishop b6 check. king f1, take, queen takes f4. This looks just super strong. If the king moves, then it's a nice checkmate on f2. Bishop f3 is the only move. And then keep the queens, I think it's important, keep the queens to continue the attack. Certainly this one, the bishop e4, this is winning. Okay, thank you very much for watching my training session about calculation training, Grandmaster tactics training. Hope you gained some new knowledge. Maybe you learned a few new patterns which you will be able to recognize in your own games and take it on your advantage. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you for following me. Thank you for subscribing to the Twitch channel, to the YouTube channel. Thank you for adding me as a friend on chess.com, and also thank you for joining the Turzo Chess Academy Club. If you are interested about chess coaching one by one, I am a full-time chess coach and available for lessons. Please send me a message on chess.com or on Twitch. Thank you again. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.